Hey, it's Kevin Toffel with GigaOhm. I'm holding the Chromebook Pixel laptop that I've been using for the better part of 4 weeks, and to be honest, this has become my full-time computing device, even though it's just a browser. I do have the iMac here, I've got tablets and smartphones that I certainly use, not using this desktop all that much anymore. Pretty much everything I need to do I can do right here. Now, part of the reason that's true is because, as I've shown you in a previous video, you don't just get a browser, you get a browser running on top of a Linux core. And what you can do is take advantage of that by installing Linux in a way that you can run it side by side or simultaneously with Chrome OS. I've shown that in the previous video and it's really handy. I pop in there to use Skype, for example, and other third-party apps. Well, a lot of people say, hey, it's still an awful lot of money. Is it a waste of hardware? Well, to be honest, I'm actually finding this is quite good hardware for gaming, and I can do that on the Linux side using Steam. Let me show you how that works here. I'll show you 1 or 2 games so you can get a feel for it. Okay, so here we've got the Chromebook Pixel as I was using it for work earlier. Let me just zoom in a little bit to make it easier for you to see the screen. So I was looking at Google Plus and maybe TechMeme and Google Reader while it's still around, and Twitter, and so on and so forth. But as I'm working the day and I want to spend some time chilling out, maybe playing a game, the easy way to do that is just go right into Linux, which I have pre-installed. So I just open up a terminal here with Control-Alt-T, type the shell command, and then sudo start xfce4. Whoops, there we go. And boom, Linux is now up and running just like that. If you notice on the left-hand side, I already have Steam pre-installed. Steam is a video game distribution service for Windows, for Mac, and more recently for Linux. And I paid a couple bucks for a game called Spectraball, so let's see if we can get that working. It's opening up Steam, signing in. Now I've got the game set for 1920 by 1080 resolution. I could do full screen, but it doesn't work as smoothly, so I have it set up for full HD right now, but the screen is so highly resolute that that's full HD. It doesn't even take up the whole screen, so alright. So let's just play offline. This is a little game kind of like Marble Madness where you've got to go around and you're a marble and you got to get through obstacles. If I use the mouse pad, I can look left, right, up, down, whatever. So let's just leave it like that. Then using the keyboard, I can just zip around. Can't say I'm very good at this. Where am I going? There I'm going. And I just zip through the little obstacles. And this one was a toughie. I got through it earlier today. It times you to get through here. I need the keyboard to jump, and I didn't jump. Shoot. Graphics look pretty good. Whoops, I really suck. Oh, wow. Spacebar to jump, isn't it? There we go. And let's get over to the hump here, and now I think I've got a double jump. Yeah. And I blew it. Let's see if I can do it that way. It's a little easier to see. Alright. I know, it's kind of a boring game. Stick with me, stick with me. I'm just showing you the concept. Gaming does work. High definition gaming. Unfortunately, I have to use the keyboard because I can't get the a joystick recognized just yet, or a game controller. I have an Xbox game controller that I've tried. So far I don't have it working, but I will keep working on that. There we go. There we go. Whoops, whoops. And we gotta get across to this little island. You get the idea. Oh, this is too much fun though. It's mesmerizing music too. Checkpoint reached. Alright. Well, there you go. That gives you an idea. We can, here, let's escape out of here and close this game down. Quit this. I think I have something else here on Steam. Let me go into Steam one more time because I believe I have another game. Library. The Book of Unwritten Tales. This was a cheapie that I grabbed the other day. Running it at full screen, it really wasn't outstanding. I suspect that the drivers for, on the Linux side, for this high resolution monitor are not the best that they could be. But there we go. I noticed the touchscreen. Oh, it does work. Yesterday it didn't work. That's good. Let's say new game. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Difficulty normal. This is kind of like a little adventure game that you go through. More like point and click adventure. It looks fantastic on this screen. But frame rates, again, at full screen don't seem where they need to be. I think that's probably drivers on the, again, on the Linux side. So here's what you can do. Look at things, take things, use things, talk, etc. So you get the idea.
For as long as I can remember, the peoples of Avantasia have been at war.
And you get a little story.
One single monumental battle between humans and orcs, dwarves and shadows, elves and sorcerers, and me, right in the middle. I had enough of it. Enough of sticking my neck out for one side or the other.
Alright, well don't stick your neck out then.
Carrying out orders or having to fear. I seized the opportunity.
We'll switch back
From now on,
there we go. Back to Chrome OS. Anyway, I think you get the idea. I'm going to look deeper at some of the other games that I can play on Steam. Most of the ones for Linux, unfortunately, are not cutting edge, so I don't think the hardware is going to get pushed all that much, and I also think that it would be nice to have game controller support. That's something else I'm going to be looking at. But for now, that's my look at gaming on the Chromebook Pixel in HD resolution. It looks pretty good. Games are limited, I'll give you that, but they're better than some of the games or the lack of games that I'm finding that are web apps and such. So this is a great way to supplement those web apps if you want to do some casual gaming.